So this is a paper of May June 2025, paper 32, and we're here to deal with this paper. And as you know that the paper is consists of the spreadsheet as well as the web authoring. So we're going to deal with the web authoring for today, and tomorrow we're going to deal with the spreadsheet to deal with this paper. This paper is very normal. It has some tricks, and the rest of the questions, they are very normal. And the paper is started with giving the supporting files and then the evidence document. So you have to create the evidence document, and whenever you want to create the evidence document, it means you're going to save this one inside your folder. So to make your evidence document, you're going to make it inside your folder. So you're going to go all the way to the file management here. So you're going to make a new folder with this name. So on desktop, you're going to create a new folder, and you give it the name, which is RT. And inside this folder, you're going to locate and you put all the files here. And remember, the files here are only the files that we're going to need them for the web page. They're not including the spreadsheet files. So those are the files. We take them all without the spreadsheet, and then we copy them and we paste them inside our folder. And here we have everything that we needed for the web page. So inside this folder, we're going to go back and we're going to create the evidence document inside. So inside your folder of RT, create your Word document file. And in the Word document file, you ensure that whenever you want to create it, everything you needed for this Word file is going to be saved here. So after you just done with it, you are responsible of doing save it with the name, candidate number, and center. So let's, for example, open a Word file, then we're going to save it inside the folder. And after that, you're going to save it with whatever he asks you here. So the Word file, always this is your evidence for the exam. So we create the folder, and then he asked me to put these details. So I'm going to click on insert, header and footer. I'm going to go to header, we choose a blank 3. Here we're going to put in my name, and we're going to put the center, and here we're going to put our candidate number. And this is a folder, you're going to need it for everything else. And you ensure you're going to go with the same details. So he said make sure that your name first, then the center, then your candidate. Then we're going to save it with this name. And this name is going to be followed by your candidate number or your center. Then your center and your candidate number. So you're going to save this file. Inside your folder. It's very important because you're going to need this folder later. So you're going to browse and locate your folder. Your folder is going to be on desktop. And here you said save it with this name, followed by center and candidate. And here I give you an example. So it's supposed to be this way. So here on your file, which is RT, so you're going to give the name, depends on the P32 evidence, then followed by these two, the center and the candidate. So here you're going to give the center, which is EG01, 2, 3, 4. And then you leave it as a Word document and you save. So this is a folder which you're going to need it to deal with everything, especially for your details. So by this one, you finish from the evidence document, and you go all the way back. To the question of the file management. And remember that the folder is supposed to have your evidence document inside. So everything you're going to need it, you're going to deal with it inside here, and you can see the evidence document inside your folder. So back to the question, he said here, locate those files, we record them and we save them. And here you're going to deal with the file management by display the content of the RT folder. You want to show the folder name, all file names, file extensions, file size, frame height, width, and the dimensions. So to deal with this one, this is your folder, and as usual, you're going to see that this is the folder name, done, and this is all file names, and we're done with folder name, all file names, then extension for the pictures. So you come to this place, right click, more, and from here you're going to go to the extension, or extension you can find it also from here directly, from view and show, and file name extension, which is going to be here. And also for the file size, so here we can go here and you can see the size is already shown here. And he said frame height, frame width, so you're going to deal with frame height and frame width from here, more, and from here you're going to go to frame, and this is also only deal with the video, the frame height and the frame width. And okay, you can see it only with video. And last thing is the image dimension. It's only dealing with the images, so you're going to go here and more, and from here you're going to go to the dimension. So it's going to come with a picture only. And then we want to take a screenshot for this one to ensure that you show the required information are visible. And you ensure that when you're dealing with this, all the files that they are visible, so all the file names, folder name, all file names, file extension, and the date modifier, we don't need it, so you remove it from here. And the type as well is the extension itself, also you don't need it, so remove the type. So we have the file size, and for the video, frame height, frame width, for the image, the dimension. So you organize them a little bit. And then we're going to take a screenshot for this one. So normally you take the snipping tool, and from here you're going to make your screenshot for your folder, and you save it inside your evidence document. And we can see here the evidence document, this is step 18, so you can make it with step 18 or file management. So you're going to come here, we're going to say step 18. And under here, you're going to paste it like this. And now we're done with the first task for the file management. Then we're going to go to the web page itself. And in the web page, he said to me, create in your folder a web page called this one. J22 with the name J22 raising.htm. So as I told you, whenever he asks you this one, you have to ensure that you're going to bring the whole folder inside the web page, no matter what you're using it, if you're using the SharePoint or using the web expression, any one of them. Bring the whole folder, and after that create the document. So you're going to open, and in the exam, by the way, you can deal with both. You can deal with web page as web expression, and you can also use the SharePoint. In exam of 2026 for the students who are taking the exam in Egypt, they can use the web expression as well. So let's have the web expression, and I want to import the whole folder. So you're going to go here, and from file, I can use it from here at the website, or from site, as I said, open it as web open site. So using it from here or using it from here doesn't make any difference. So open site, locate where is your folder, and the folder we're looking for is on desktop. So you scroll to desktop, and now you're in desktop, and you search for your folder, which is the RT, which is here. One click, open. You ensure that is going to appear here, and after that you're going to create your document after importing the folder. So back here, one more time. So now he's in RT, and then open, and you can see your folder is going to come here. After that, you're going to create this file or this web page. So you're going to create a web page like this, and you ensure that you're going to give it the name he asked about it, and the name he asked about it is to give it the name of J25 raising. So this one, going to save it, and you ensure when you save it, everything should be inside your folder here, because later on you need everything to be here. So we're going to ensure that we save it inside the folder RT, and you give it the name, and you ensure you leave it with web page, then save, and it's going to come here. So by this one we finish from creating the folder itself and the file inside of it. Then in the question here, he said the web page must create it using a single table. So we can see here he gave me a single table. This is the diagram of the table, and it should work in all browsers. The table must be center aligned. So this is the first indicator that I should deal with my table as a center aligned, and it should fit 85% of the browser window, and the table must have the structure showing in the diagram. So we need to create a table, and this table should be center and should be with 85% of the browser. And when he said 85% of the browser, it means here we're going to deal with the width of the table. The width of the table should be 85% of the browser. And here we're going to see the table, and we can see from the diagram we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and we have 1, 2 columns. And as I said, if you find it difficult, just close any incomplete line like this to identify how many rows and columns we have. So let's create this table inside the web page we created, which is here. So this is the web page, and to create a table we're going to go to table and insert table, and from here we're going to see how many rows and columns. As we said, we have 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and 2 columns. So from here, 4 rows and 2 columns, and he said it should be center aligned. So from the alignment I'm going to make it center, and the 85% we're going to do it from here. This is to specify the width, You can see percent, so this one we're gonna make it 85%. Then, okay, so this is going to be our table. You can see now it's center align, and it's 85% of the window, and we can check it here. You can see that it's center align, and style of it is 85%. Then the table itself should be with this diagram. So the first row here is merge, so we're going to make the first row by highlighting and then right click, modify, and make cells, and there is nothing more. So let's give the sum of the numbers here. So later on we're going to make sure that whenever we're going to put anything, is going to be on the specific cell. So you're going to go here, let's do the A, the B, C, the D, the E, and FG. Yes, Ahmed.
Mister, how do you do the 85% width thing?
I just did it here. We said right click on the table. Here it is. Clear?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So now we have the diagram, and he gave me important instructions that the cells identifying it, which is the ABC, and even the letters should not appear in your final work. So we're just going to put them to understand where we're going to deal with our table. Then he said the table borders must not appear on your final work. So we don't want the table borders at the end. So here in question 20, he said, place inline style attribute to the HTML to set both of the width height cell C to 48 pixels. So here we have the cell here, with cell. So in this cell, we want to deal with cell C, so here, this cell. So I want to deal with this cell to put the inline style inside of it. And the inline style, we should put it in the HTML to ensure that the width and the height of this cell is simply set it to 480 pixels. And to deal with this one is very simple, that I should deal with the width and the height of the cell to set it to appear exactly with the same size he gave it to me. And this is the same size. He wants the width as well as the height. Both of them should be set to this dimension. So to deal with this one, we're going to go to our web page here, and this is the cell. And we're going to go to the code. Let's go to code. And we can see this is a cell. And in this cell, I just want to deal with making the width and the height appear with this dimension. And here he said inline style. And if you remember, the inline style is style equals width, whatever the width that he gave it to you here, you should put it. And if we just go here to let you see both of them, so this is the cell which we're going to deal with, and this cell, the C, this is the cell where it is, and here in this place, the TD here, the TD is the table data, and this is exactly the cell C. You can see it here. So this is cell C. Okay. In this cell, so inside the TD here, I'm going to make my inline style. And the inline style is very simple. If you remember, that is style equals width 100%, and we can see that we did it already here. It's here. Style equals width 85%. This is for the table. So you can simply write it here by style equals width, and then you put the 480, or you can copy this one simply from here. And you come to the place of the cell that you're going to deal with, which is here, this cell. So let's do the C. And to see, this is a cell. This is exactly where you want to deal with. Here it is. So this is a cell. So you're going to delete the C. And inside the TD here, you're going to deal with your inline style like this. So width, then come to the width here, what we needed. The width we needed 480 as well as for the height. So you're going to make here the width is going to be 480 pixel. We're done with the width. Then for the height, gonna come here and we're gonna make also like this, and here you're gonna change the width to height. So this is width, so it's gonna be, this is going to be the height. And the height, you make sure that you write it like this, HEIGHT. This is the stop. So you write it this way. So now we make the width of the cell with the style of 480 as inline style, and also for the height we make the style height for 480. This one also you're going to change it to 480 pixel. And now we're done with making the width, and the height for the cell is 480 for the cell, and the cell we're going to deal with is the cell E, and you can see directly they're going to appear exactly as we have it in the diagram. So you can see it here, they have the similarity of what we have it in the diagram here. So this is how we make the width and the height for the cell C. When cell C is expanded itself, it's expanded as well the second cell. And we can see here in the code that this cell, which is cell, if you write anything just to understand, this is cell C. So anything in cell C is going to be with an inline style width 480 pixel for the width, and also for the height we can just make a little bit here. For the height is 480 as well. And we done with this question. It's very important just to remember how to use the inline style. And in question 21 here, he said place in cell A an image. This image we're going to put it in cell A, which is J25 banner JPG. So you're going to go here. Now let's go to design, and this is cell A. So in cell A we want to put the banner, the image that he asked me, which is this one. So in this place, delete the A to ensure that it's not going to appear in your final work, and then you're going to put the banner, and you just drag and drop here, and here you're going to give it the same name, which is the J25 banner .jpg. Then okay, we're going to see that directly the picture appear here. So we're done with this. Then he said in cell C we want to put a video with the source tag to display this content, and we can see that the video is going to be in cell C. And remember that cell C we make it with a specific type of dimension. So to deal with inserting the video, remember carefully that when we deal with the video, we should deal with inserting the video in the code. So the video should be in the code, and this is the place where you want to insert your video. So you can see that we have, this is cell A, B, so here this is C, where you're going to insert your video. And to insert the video, you're going to insert it with the code of course, this is a place where you're going to insert your code here, this area for the video. So you're going to press enter as we said, and here you're going to have the area where you're going to insert in your code, and the code should be going with the code of the video directly. So here you're going to insert the video code, which is going to be the video, and you close it, and here we have video starting and ending, and the video starting ending go inside the video here, the first one, and you make sure that the video it should fitting with the width of the cell. And when we say width of the cell, we make sure that the width of the cell of this video is going to be 100% with the content of the cell itself, because if you remember, this is the content of the cell of the video, and the cell of the video should fitting with the dimension of the cell. So here, let's continue with this question before we're doing it. He said cell video and the source tag to display whatever. He said make sure that the controls are visible and the video loops when displayed. So here we need that the word control should appear and the video should be looped. So what we're going to do here, first thing, we're going to make the control for the video. We don't have width and height because it does not mention any width and height here. The video is going to fit itself, depends on the dimension of the cell that we did it before. So we're going to go here, and in this place, here in the video, so you're going to make the controls. And the controls is going to be the controls. And the controls he asked me here, the controls should be looped. Control should be loop. So I'm going to write here the control loop. So this is the first one. And here he asked me that I should make the name of the video, and the name of the video that we have it, this is the name. So we're gonna go here. After we write the controls loop, out of the greater than, then you're going to make like enter, and here you're going to write the source of the video, which is going to be source and src equals, then here you're going to put the name of the video, and the name of the video we have it here. I told you you can write it directly or you can copy and paste it here to ensure that there is no any spelling mistakes. So let's take it from here, for example, with the rename, and we copy and we paste it exactly here. So now we can see this is the source of the video, and we're going to continue after the source of the video. We're going to write the type of the video equals, and the type is always, which is video / MB4. And why is MB4? Because we have MB4 here. Sometimes it can be OGG, can be wave. So ensure that you're going to make it with MB4, and then you're going to close your tag like this for the source. Now we're done with it, and here you're going to write the error message. The browser does not support this video type, so you can do it here, or you can make it enter. You write the browser, or your browser doesn't support this video type. Any kind of a sentence that explain that the browser cannot support this video type. So here we can see that the browser does not support this video type. And now we're done with the video here, and we complete, and you can see that the question here have a very high marks for the picture and for the video. And remember, the video is going to fit it itself 100% when you're dealing with creating the video itself. So like this, we can see that this is going to be our video on cell C. So let's continue. And in question 22, he said, enter in cell B the text, this text. So we have a file called J20 text. So this is a file which is J20 text. So double click, open it. And we're going to copy all the content of this one. And we want to put it in cell B. So it's going to be in cell B here. So this is AB. So this is a cell B. So we're going to put it here like this. So this is the content of the file. We put it. And we're going to set it as style H3. So this text should be at the style H3. So highlight it all. And from the style here, we're going to set it to style H3, which is here. And we check it in the code, we can see that is style H3 here. And we continue. He asked me here, enter in cell D the text new technology. Now we're going to insert this text, and simply you're going to write this text new technology. Just want to copy paste it quickly. So here is very important, you see, when you put the diagrams with the text, like DE is going to mention for you where is your cell you're going to deal with. So here this is going to be cell D, so you're going to insert this text, new technology. And in cell D you're going to make it contact us. So you're going to write in cell E contact us here. And also in cell F you're going to design by. So where is the F? So this is design by. And the last one here, he asked me to put cell G, your name, center, and candidate. So this is going to be in cell G. So in cell G here, you're going to put your name. And you have to go with the same order. He said, first of all is name, then center, then candidate. So you're going to put the center first. So your name. And then center, for example, EG01 and candidate 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're done with this one. And all this, we're going to set it to H2. All the content in these cells, D, E, F, and G. So I'm going to go here and you highlight them all. Only those four. And from here, I'm going to set it to cell H2. Depends on the question. He said style H2. So you're going to be style H2. And now we're done with this one. And in question 24 here, he said, make sure the text new technologies link to open the web page, this one. So you're going to deal with a hyperlink. So you make a hyperlink from the text new technologies to open for me this web page. And to deal with this one, simply we're going to go to the text new technologies and we're going to link it to this one. So where is the new technologies? Here it is. So highlight, right click, and hyperlink. And here you're going to see that linked it to what? Linked it to j25tech.htm. So it's an existing file here. Existing file. And we're going to see that, do we have tech? Yes, we have it here. So this is a text. and this is where you're going to link it. So you click here, so you're going to appear here, then okay. Now we're done with this one, a hyperlink. If you want to check it, you can check it from the code here. It has the hyperlink reference. I'm going to go to the second one. He said here, make the text contact us, link to an email editor, prepare an email. This is the email with the subject line. So what we're going to do, we're going to deal with this one by click on contact us. So where is contact us? This is contact us. Right click, hyperlink. And from here, you're going to choose an email. So this is the email address. And the email address, he said, it should go to this email. So this email should be written onto the specific place of the address of the email. And here, this is going to be your email. Write it here. And remember that mail to it doesn't appear. You don't have to write them, so they appear automatically. Do not write it yourself. And so this is the email, and he said for the subject line, we're going to come to subject line here. Let's see the subject line. He said, tell me more. So we're going to write this one as a subject line here. And we're done with this one. And we can see also it became blue and underlined. And we can check it in the code simply. Here it is. Hyperlink. It has a hyperlink reference as well as the new technologies. So we're done with this question as well. Then he said, attach the style sheet J25 phrasing to this web page. So we're going to make sure that the style is going to be applied on this. So go here, and this is our style. So you want to attach it to this web page, you just drag and you drop it here. So directly your style is going to be this way, appear in your page. So we're done with this one as well. He said edit the style so that the table center align in the browser of the window. And whenever we just the examiner asks you to edit the style, that means you have to open the style itself. And this is, you can see this is your style. And where is your table? Your table is here. So you want to edit this table to ensure that it should be center aligned in your browser of the window. And then we're going to save it. So to deal with making the table center aligned from your style itself, and this is your table. So you're going to come to the table here, right click, and you're going to modify it. So your table is going to open as the style here. And we have a lot of things for the table. You can see that we have the border here. The content of the border, he gave it to me ready. And also from the box. Here on the margin, you can make it center aligned. And you know, whenever you want to make the table center aligned, it's already center aligned, but we want to see it on the code of the style. So to make it center aligned, you're going to make it simply from the box, on the margin, remove this one, and from the right, you're going to make it auto, and from the left, you're going to make it auto. This is center aligned the table in your browser from the style. And you can see that you're dealing with the table and you center it aligned. Then apply and OK. And the examiner should make sure that you see it this way is center aligned with your browser for your table. So this is how you make it center aligned. Then you're going to save your style sheet. So you're going to save it. And we want to set the text in cell F is a class style right applied in H2. So here we want to deal with the class style. And if you remember that the class style is always starting with dot and then something. And we can see here we have a class style called right. We have the class style called right. So I want to deal with this style, and you can see that is dot right. So I want to deal with the style right on a specific area here for the text in cell F. So if we just go here to the text in cell F, remember you have to return back. See where is the F? So F is here. And what did you put in F? So input you did design by. So this one should be a class style. And to deal with the design by, so we're going to go here, say where is design by, this is the design by. Only this one is going to be with the text or with the style right. So to apply this one, you can come highlight it here, you come to the style class right click, and you apply the style on it, like this. So directly it's going to be with the style right. And how the examiner is going to check, of course, he's going to check here. Okay, and he should see that the class right has been applied to this one. This is the new technology. And you can see here we have this span, this span. So this style has been applied here. One more time, right click, and you just apply the style after you highlight, right click, and apply style. So this one directly is going to be with the class style. Then he said save the web page. So you're going to save the web page. Let me check the time. So you're going to save the web page. And he asked me to copy the HTML source and put it in your evidence document. This is question 27. So we're going to go here in the code. You're going to make Control A, copy them all, and you're going to go to your evidence document and under here. So this is step 18. We can say here, or evidence, for example. You can make it evidence. Evidence 27, or you can write step 27. Both of them are the right, and then under it you're going to paste everything here, and you leave it as it is. Do not make any changes on them. You can make changes here, for example, just to make this one as the title, and this also you can write it as an evidence, for example. You can say that evidence 18, and you update your saving, please, to ensure, of course, you're going to have your marks from here. So examiner is going to check everything from here. So we save this one. And then he said display your web page in a browser if necessary, resize it. So that the following. So we want to ensure that we want to save our web page, we save it, and we know to display it in the browser. And to display the web page in the browser, from the display here, you can display it directly from here, or you can click here on this small arrow, or you can go into file, VPN browser. All of them will do. So let's do it this way, and we can see that this is our web page. And then we want to take a screenshot for this one. So you're going to ask him for a screenshot. He said all the web page can be seen, all the text can be read, and the address are visible. So all these three things we should show them. So let's, for example, make it smaller like this. It's okay like this, no problem. Or you can take more than a screenshot. So you're going to take the first screenshot like this, for example, to ensure that it's going to fit it like this, and you can see the table is center. So make sure that you include the browser and everything here. And this is going to be the first screenshot. You can take more than a screenshot in your evidence document. So here, so evidence, we're going to come to it to see which evidence, and we put it this way. And we're going to take another screenshot. Just want to finish before ending of the lesson. So year 20. So you can take this second screenshot here. Make sure that, for example, is from here. And also you copy it and you paste it in your evidence document under it here. So you're gonna leave it this way. Then you can crop and cut if there is anything more, like frequently. You're gonna make it from frequently, gap. So this one we can just copy it this way. So from the gap here, we need the gap up frequently here. So you can crop it this way, and we can move it a little bit up, or here, and we can move it up like this. So you can see it this way. Make your save. And this is going to be the evidence of number 27 as well. And make it bold and you save. Okay, so we done with the web page as we can see it in the browser. And we can see that all the web page can be seen. Let's check. All the web page can be seen. So you can see the whole web page. And also the text can easily be read. Let's check if the text can easily read. Yes, can easy as independent. And the address bar is visible. So we can see here we have the address bar. This is very important. The address bar should be visible here. And this one, let's make it underline, make it as a text. And we're done. So this is the paper 32, May, June 2025. And we're done with the web page completely, starting from question 19. So you're going to stop here and continue with a new link. That's clear, guys?